Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. Guess what? We're doing more paint today. I have a whole stock of paint guns. Why not do paint? I started you off in here because I just wanted to show you, like, whenever these things are on sale for like $8, I buy like 4 or 5 of them. And like I said, I throw them away at the end. Since the last time you saw Marv, I went through with this old Chicago Electric with a squishy and some 2000 grit. And I actually did that because there's a big sag on the door, which these things happen when your level of care is low or you don't know what you're doing, or both. So I could see it right when I pulled up. There was a big sag here. I don't know, you guys can't really, hard to see. But anyway, it had a fair bit of orange peel. It wasn't terrible, but I thought, why not just go around it with the 2000 grit real quick and knock it down. My goodness, can you guys see that at all? I don't know why this isn't focusing. So I didn't knock it down to perfection. I just knocked it down to a lower level, and that cleaned it up because it sat here for a week. Bird shit on it, whatever. There were a couple spots with bugs, like here, that is hard to see, but there was a bug there. So yeah, today I'm going to clear it, and I will bring you guys right back after I open the shop up and show you what I'm going to use for clear. Alright, so the product that I'm using for clear is a new thing for me. It's called Speedo Coat. I've never used this before. It's 80 bucks a gallon. It's a 4-to-1, pretty straightforward, normal activator 2K product. So I used to use U-Pol all the time, but now they've gotten like expensive. They used to be the budget brand. I don't know, that's kind of how it goes. One thing I'm going to try, and I learned this from Whitley Auto Works, if you're into like Rustoleum paint jobs, the dude does a bunch of them. But this is pigment for like resin tumblers that the ladies do, maybe your wives or girlfriends do. You can mix this in as a pearl. So this one's Tanto Gray. I don't know how it's going to turn out. By putting it in the clear though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the clear, and I'm going to spray 2 coats with this, and then I'm going to spray 2 coats without to hide the grit, because it'll come out gritty otherwise. So I'm going to mix a quart of this right now with the part of what's driving this, even though I don't have, like, I should be doing this later, like after the engine's in and I've had the fenders on and off for the last time, and I built my core support mounts and all that. But the weather, it's like the best day possible for painting today. So I'm going to make hay while the sun shines, and just make the best of what I got. So part of the nice thing about using such a cheap paint as Tractor Paint or Rustoleum is, like, I can just go get more body panels or paint it again or whatever I need to do. So anyway, 4-to-1. I'm at the wrong line. So that's the 3. I said I've never. One of the things that clear kind of levels out the orange peel a little bit. Obviously, it provides UV protection. This paint will chalk up and turn pinkish, and then you'll have to, like. How much are you going to put in, JR? Oh, I don't know. A lot. Let's see what that does. That was like a quarter of this shit. Now it's blowing away in the wind. Goodness. I don't know if you guys can see. I may have used too much. Interesting. That may be way too much. Well, it is a $100 paint job, so let's see how she looks, I guess. All it's really going to do is darken up my my red. So instead of the bright, vibrant red that I have, I'll have like a burgundy with pearl, I guess. We'll see. We're going to learn together today, friends and neighbors. So, that is 4-1. And we'll give her another little stir. Lost my stir stick. Put it here on this rusty steel for good measure. All right. I'm going to move you guys. I'm going to go turn my air on and we'll see how it looks. Well, you know, not what I intended. I've learned more than once in life that just because I like two things doesn't necessarily mean I should put them together. I'll come over here in the sunshine. I mean, the pearl is definitely pearling, but it winds up looking all splotchy and weird. So there's really nothing to do but put another coat on and wind up with a mostly gray truck. Piss off, B. Whatever. This paint, if I really decide I hate it, I can always just sand it off and do it again. Totally should have went with the red flake though, or red pearl. I didn't want it to be all red, but live and learn. It does look nice. So I'm gonna drink my beer, mix up another batch, carry on. One thing I didn't show you guys, oh shit, I have my respirator on, hold on. So what I didn't show you guys is how I run these guns, which is wide open, like fluid. This is all the way open, that's all the way backed out, that's all the way open. And then this regulator is a shit regulator. And I actually just use it to see what my pressure is with the trigger pulled, because that's what matters the most. You see I'm at like 22, 23 PSI, which equates to like 45-ish on my regulator over there. So that's how I run them. Anyway, I'm a little, this looks fine, mostly, but I'm disappointed it's dark gray. I already have a dark gray truck, but it actually seems like it's gonna look really, really nice in the sunshine. But I'm gonna go home and eat some brisket and pout and give this a couple hours to dry while I think about what I've done, and we'll come back and peel the paper and show you guys the final deal. Like I said, it's still I still didn't fix the dents. I made runs when I was trying to cover up all the red. It's all good. It'll be fine. We learned a lesson today. Dark flake does not go on light colors. Who knew? But yeah, I'll bring you guys back in a few hours here. Alright, so that's it. Final product. I took the cladding off the front wheels. It was all beat to shit. You know, I'm not real happy with that, right? And that's my fault. It's not the fault of anything else. The pearl works well and it sparkles in there. It's my fault that I used way too much, and it's my fault that I used a dark color over a light color. I didn't want a gray truck, so mainly because I didn't want stuff like that. That's like one of my pet peeves. I stuck with the same color so that I wouldn't have to jam it. But whatever, it looks fine. It looks good, actually, other than shit like that. But yeah, that's it. Speedy coat, pearl. This would look beautiful if I wouldn't have put the pearl in it. But whatever. That's what we got out of it. I'm gonna go through over the course of the next week. It's not dry yet, and so like when I said stuff didn't matter, like stuff like this where I didn't tape it good, it's because I make 004 steel wool to clean stuff like that up. You know, stuff where the pearl didn't cover it is harder, but maybe to leave it out in time, probably not. Whatever, I'll cover that up anyway. It's good enough for a work truck. So maybe if you're gonna do pearl, I guess I would suggest using very, very little, or sticking to a lighter color or same color is what you're using. It doesn't look horrible. You know, it looks at least as good as that one. So it is what it is. But c'est la vie, as the French say. Yeah, this is like my $250 paint job on my truck. I'm gonna get this. Actually, I need to pull the front clip, get the engine in it. Anyway, I'm probably gonna ding it up and scratch it up and stuff. But I'm annoyed, like the inner fenders and everything are all red, because I plan on having a red truck. Powder coated my core support red, you know, stuff like that. So whatever. Maybe someday I'll come through. A friend suggested maybe I two-tone it with a red stripe up the middle. Maybe I'll do that, make it make more sense. It'll that would actually kind of hide some of the splotchiness, a bunch of it as well. We'll see. Obviously I'm gonna have to wire wheel and paint those wheels. The backs are probably no better. They're clad as well. Problems for another time though. Actually, I want to paint all the trim and stuff real quick. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You know, even though it's not a perfect win, it's not exactly a loss. I have a better looking truck than I started with. Most people driving by are just going to be like, wow, cool. So, and let me know down below what you think, how you feel about it, if you got any questions. And we'll see you next time on the Driveway Engineer, which will actually be when the Cummins and ZF5 are going into this thing. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.